think that may have been wrong.
There you go, Mr.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
And the pressure is low.
He's got lineup.
Alright, awesome.
I'll bring him over to you in a second, Alex.
Yep, you're good. You got time.
Yep.
33, 35.
Hey, Dave. No, all I got was the...
Yeah, you got you
That'll be a big help. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that printer works or not. It wasn't working on mine, so it was or wasn't? It was not. But printer didn't work.
Sebastian Grimm, number 30.
Oh, you say 30?
30, yeah.
Sebastian?
Yep.
There's on the left, there's a.
We're going after the anthem, right? Is that the plan? Alex, is there a light switch over
Yeah,
this
right,
place?
bottom right there.
Got it. Ah, much better. Thank you.
Got it.
other side.
Go on your phone. I'll show you how to check that out.
Me too, though. I remember that one time I did it and I put in my hours, but I didn't get paid because I still don't got like no car.
Oof, I can't see. Welcome into CCAC Soccer here on a wet and rainy Tuesday night in Joliet. The University of St. Francis Fighting Saints looking for their first CCAC victory of the 2024 season, and they will look to do so against the Saints from Holy Cross. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Joliet Memorial Stadium. My name's Aaron Schellen, and the Fighting Saints will take on the Saints here tonight. Both teams come in 0-1 in the CCAC. Holy Cross dropped a 3-0 decision to Governor's State back on 9/21, while for St. Francis it was a 4-0 loss at Trinity Christian on the 21st as well. So both teams looking for that first CCAC victory as the Fighting Saints play their first conference home game of the season. They're 1-0 here in Joliet, 3-2 on the road. Couple seconds away from getting started here. Saints in their brown jerseys with yellow numbers. On the other side, Holy Cross, white jerseys with maroon pants, maroon numbers. And for Holy Cross, number 9 is who the Saints are going to want to be keeping an eye on. That's senior forward Juan Perez. 5 goals in 8 games this season already, and he's got over 20 goals in his collegiate career. And as we get ready to get this one started, let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the Holy Cross Saints. 3-5-1 on the season. On the back line, they will have a freshman, Nathan Sanchez, a sophomore out of Chesapeake, Virginia, Anthony Panayotu, and a freshman out of Goshen, Indiana, Cesar Vila. Those are their 3 backline. In the middle, they'll have Issa Saeed alongside Alexis Moro, Archimed Sabu, and Aiden Medina. And then up front, Isaac Filippo and the aforementioned Juan Perez as their 2 attackers. On the other side for the Saints, Pablo Alvarez, Victor Salu, and Daniel Simon will get the start on the back line along with Nathan Sharp. That is 4 upperclassmen, Sharp the junior, Alvarez, Salu, and Simon, all either seniors or grad students. A lot of experience on that Fighting Saints back line. In the middle, Edward Luna, Anders Santa Marta, Anthony Durka, Jesus Flores, and Santos Contreras, and Dominic Bariolik is the lone forward listed on the starting lineup. Bit of a delay here as we delay the start. Both teams playing a little bit of catch here as they try to stay warm. It's a bit of a cool night here in Joliet. Temperatures in the low 60s right now. And I think we're about ready to get started now. Or maybe not. And now we're ready to get going. St. Francis will start with the ball at Santa Marta, punting it down the far side, out of bounds. That'll be a quick throw in here for St. Francis. Saints 4-2 on the season, 0-1 in the CCAC. I mentioned last time out a 4-0 loss to Trinity Christian. Fighting Saints last season finished 6th in the CCAC with a 5-4-2 mark. New man at the helm this year, though, Nigel Dillard, his first year as the head coach of this men's program. Spent some time at Olivet Nazarene before coming over here to St. Francis. Here's Salu with the long ball. Top of the box cleared out by the goalkeeper, Sebastian Grimm. Ball's played back. St. Francis with it here. Sebastian Grimm has started 6 games this season for Holy Cross. He's 1-2. He has a 1.83 goals against average, save percentage of just under .690. It's a shutout. On the other side for St. Francis, Fede Fagaro is 4-1 this year. Goals against of 1.6. And here's Fagaro's first touch. Just underway here, first half. The Saints and the Fighting Saints. In a CCAC matchup. Ball sent right down the middle. Played out of harm's way for the moment. Now over to the far side, over by the benches. Holy Cross plays it up the far side. Played ahead here. And knocked out of bounds. Looks like the rain may have finally let up. It's been raining here pretty much all afternoon. Throw in for St. Francis. Right into the middle of the field. Fighting Saints will try to attack the near side. This is Contreras. Contreras has the ball taken away, but Balu Salu gets it back. Plays it back to the middle D. That's Pablo Alvarez. Now swings it over to the far side to Daniel Simon. Put out of play. Thrown in and played all the way back to Fagaro. Contreras, little one-touch pass. Trying to get some space there, unable to. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for St. Francis. Anthony Durka able to draw the throw-in. Give him a little bit of space here. Contreras will take the throw-in. Plays it into Edward Luna. Luna grabbed, able to work through it, though, Barwolik. Loses it. The ball's played into midfield and taken over there. That's Perez. Perez taken off his foot. Now back to the top of the box where St. Francis will possess. Long ball looking ahead for Contreras. That's a good ball, but bounces away. Taking it here is Durka. Anthony Durka tries the cross, and that'll be a corner kick. First corner kick of the evening for either squad comes about 4 minutes in. That'll be Durka down on the near, that'll be Contreras down here in the near corner. Santos Contreras, 10 goals in 70 games here at St. Francis. This is his 63rd start. Puts it over to the far side. Ball bounces around. That's headed out of play. I believe that went off the head of Pablo Alvarez. It'll be a goal kick here. Neither team with a shot yet. Just underway. Most of the play in midfield. Grimm, the right foot, right to midfield. Headed around and taken away by the Saints, Fighting Saints rather, St. Francis. Bit of a mishit on that play though, so it'll go over to Holy Cross. Quick throw in here by Holy Cross as they get the throw in. And there's a collision outside the box, and I think there's going to be a foul called on the Holy Cross Saints. There will be. Ball out of play right around midfield. Throw in for Holy Cross, just underway. Both teams, as I mentioned, looking for that first CCAC victory. Going way up in the air was Victor Salu. He had his legs taken out from underneath him. Another foul called here on Holy Cross. Long ball to the near side. Finds Contreras. Contreras tries to play it through Panayiotou and can't. And Panayiotou takes down Contreras. And a little bit of extracurricular there. Santos Contreras slow to get up. He's on one knee. And now he's up. Contreras. Little chip pass, top of the box. And a collision there. Ball stolen off the foot of Anthony Durka. Back to Salu, who plays it over to the far side now. And a push. And that'll be a foul on Holy Cross. 4 quick fouls on the Holy Cross Saints here in about the last 2 minutes. A clock stoppage. Looks like Salu tying that shoe. One of the officials talking to both benches about something. Pile right at the top of the box. Let's see what Salu does here. Chips this one towards the goal, and that's punched up in the air by Grimm. Dangerous play. Grimm's able to field it, make the play, settle things down. Good ball by Salu. Now Grimm, the low line drive. Durka punches it right back the other direction, high in the air. Another dangerous play. Here's an opportunity for St. Francis in. The shot by Bariolik is in the back of the net, and the Fighting Saints take a 1-0 lead here in the 8th minute. As bit of miscommunication there on that attempted clear. It was cleared right back by Anthony Durka, and Bariolik didn't miss, and the Fighting Saints are up 1-0. Not a great clear by Grimm, and Durka didn't even let the ball land. He just played it straight back, bounced up in the air, a collision right at the top of the box between Grimm and a St. Francis attacker, and it ended up on the foot of the senior from Geneva, Dominic Bariolik, and he found the back of the net, 1-0 St. Francis. Here's a long ball down the far side, headed towards the middle. Chipped back to the box, and the outside foot is able to get it cleared there. Back to midfield, and a foul called here on St. Francis. Nathan Sharp gets the assist. Here's a long ball towards the box, and that one will skip wide on the wet surface. Deflect it out. It'll be a corner kick here for Holy Cross. The assist goes to Nathan Sharp rather than Anthony Durka. That was Sharp who knocked the ball right back out of midair. Good play. Didn't allow the Holy Cross defense to converge on him. Towards the back post. And cleared out of harm's way for the moment. This is Aiden Medina, has it knocked off of his foot. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for St. Francis here. Fighting Saints with a 1-0 lead. About 10 minutes in. Back to Alvarez. Alvarez comes over to the near side to Contreras, but Contreras out of bounds. Salu tries to clear it out of trouble. He does momentarily, but Holy Cross right back on the attack. There's Nathan Sharp again. Deflected ball over to the sideline, and St. Francis not able to keep it in. And that attempt well wide, so here's a goal kick. Shot off the foot of Isaac Filippo goes wide of the far post. Ball played into the middle. Chipped over to Contreras. Again, that wet surface. Contreras tries to hit Bariolik and can't. So for Barilic, that is his third career goal. His second of the year. The assist from Sharp. Nathan's first point of the season. A collision right at midfield, and maybe a foul here on St. Francis. A free kick right around midfield. The left foot low line drive headed out nicely by Contreras. Here's an attempt, and there's a save by Fagaro, and cleared out. I think that may have gone wide, but that'll end up as a throw-in for Panayotu. There's a collision outside the box, and it's going to be a foul on St. Francis. I think it's going to be a foul on St. Francis right outside that protected area. So be an opportunity here for Holy Cross. St. Francis up 1-0. This will be a left-footed attempt. The low chip, and that's hammered out of there by the Fighting Saints. Played back to midfield, over to the far side. That was Vila. Vila gets it back, and he'll chip it back to Sebastian Grimm. Grimm looking for Filippo. Not able to connect. Headed out of there by Luna. Now chipped over to the far side by Durka. Durka finds Flores. Flores tries to come back to Contreras on the near side. They can't connect. And now Salu is able to play it back to Fede Fagaro. Down the near side again. Durka not able to connect with Contreras. Panayotu. Now in the middle, it's Santa Marta over to the far side. Santa Marta again gets a little bit of space. Now chips it forward. Holy Cross takes it back. Up in the midfield, dangerous opportunity here. Low clear, and that ball will squirt all the way through to Fagaro, who almost misplays it, but is able to cover. "15 minutes gone here in the first half. St. Francis with a 1-0 lead. Here's a long ball down the right side, doesn't connect. Chipped out of bounds by the Holy Cross Saints. St. Francis Fighting Saints will have a throw in right around midfield. Holy Cross. Just long ball looking for the home run, and Fagaro has to play it out, and this is a very dangerous opportunity here as the St. Francis defense able to come back and protect their goalie as Fagaro got well out of the box. And no harm came of it, but there's aggressive and then there's that. As Fede Fagaro is well out of his net. Here's the ball towards the back line, and it's a handball, I think, called on Holy Cross. Handball. Only goal of the game, Dominic Bariolik. In the 8th minute. Played in midfield, Panayotu. Now to Vadina. Vadina goes cross field. Great sliding tackle there by Pablo Alvarez to just take the ball off the foot, off the attacker. Chip back into the middle. Hopped up in the air. St. Francis will possess. Tight passes in space, tackle from behind, and that's going to be, I think, just a common foul here on Holy Cross. But slide tackle from behind. 7th foul of the game already on Holy Cross. Physical game early on. That's what you get in conference play. Contreras now. Back to Alvarez. Alvarez looking for Contreras. Able to head it back into Durka, and Anthony's not able to corral the ball off his foot. That'll be a throw-in. It looked like it may have been a handball on Cesar Villa. Nothing called. Play on, and Holy Cross now on the offensive side of midfield. Left foot into the box, and it's played easily by Fagaro. Bariolik from Nathan Sharp in the 8th minute. It's a nice play by Sharp. Not a great clear by the goaltender, Sebastian Grimm, and Sharp just knocked it back, didn't let the ball hit the ground, just played it right back the other direction and ended up on the foot of Dominic and picked up his 2nd goal of the year. Gonna throw in here for the Fighting Saints down on the far side of the field. Got a stoppage of play, and now we're ready to go. And I think we're going to have a whistle and a foul called on St. Francis. Bit of a choppy start. 11th foul of the game, 10th foul of the game so far. Just 20 minutes in, 19 minutes in. Down to the near side, this is Medina. Medina across midfield with some space. Now chips it ahead. Over to the near side. Vadina out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Fighting Saints. Trying to hit Durka and can't, but they'll gain about 10 or 12 yards as the ball goes out of bounds. Durka, again, this time, take off the face of Filippo. It'll be another throw-in for Contreras. Works it in here to Santa Marta. Santa Marta over to the far side. Nice move there, but left something behind, and now here's Holy Cross. Top of the box, dribbling around and taken away by the Fighting Saints. couple of turnovers for St. Francis, but they've been able to get back defensively and haven't been hurt yet. Looks like the rain has started again. It is certainly misty here in Joliet. That field is slick. We've seen the ball skip a couple of times. Those low line drives are just going to skip off this surface. A foul called on St. Francis, so an opportunity here for Holy Cross. Saints and the Fighting Saints both setting up inside the box. The cross right into the middle and taken out of there by St. Francis, and they just launch it to space. Punched back in towards Fagaro, and he's able to make the catch. Over to the far side now. Bit of a miss hit there. That's taken away by Panayotu. Excuse me, that was Juan Perez. He was the one that I was mentioning, and that was a giveaway by Victor Salu, and Salu grabbed Perez, and he was fortunate that there was no whistle there. Perez was in danger of walking in all alone. Throw in for St. Francis. From a possession standpoint, it feels like Holy Cross, maybe he's had a little bit more of the actual possession, but St. Francis with the lead. Ball's directed into the box, scooped up by Fagaro, and he'll dribble it around as Isaac Filippo will force him to pick the ball up. Ball knocked around at midfield. Contreras now has it taken away from him. This is Medina chipping it ahead. Falling down, Vila centers it. And St. Francis takes it away. The left foot up ahead. Into a pile there is Sharp. Not able to play the ball in between three white jerseys. Over to the far side. Here's the low shot that'll go wide of the near post. Fourth shot of the game for Holy Cross. One on net. Two shots for St. Francis. Their one that was on net ended up in the back of the nets. Nathan Sharp and Dominic Bariolik have both checked out, so the two players responsible for the goals have checked out. It looks like Juan Jimenez is in for Nathan Sharp and Rogelio Valles in for Bariolik. There is Valles. Here's a chip ahead. Headed down. So those are the first two substitutions of the game. Valles and Jimenez for Bariolik and Sharp. Salu and Filippo go head-to-head, and Filippo a little bit worse for wear, though, as he's holding the right side of his head. Quick clock stoppage to make sure that Isaac is okay, the senior out of St. Joseph, Michigan. 10 career goals for him. The long throw-in is knocked away, and Filippo, they're going to say he played that with his hand. Not going to be a foul, excuse me. Foul number 7 here in half number 1 for Holy Cross. Played in the middle, now over to the near side with it. That's Victor Salu. Senior out of Liberia, played for Holy Cross last year. Now he was gone from being a Saint to a Fighting Saint. Foul called here on St. Francis. Quick restart for Holy Cross as they play it up the far side of the field. Low skipping ball into the box. No problem for Figaro. That one's just launched out of play. Daniel Simon over there. It'll be a throw-in for Holy Cross as we're under 20 left to go here in half number 1. CCAC men's soccer, University of St. Francis Fighting Saints, and the Holy Cross Saints. Right now, St. Francis up 1-0, an 8th-minute goal by Dominic Bariolik. Assist to Nathan Sharp. Gave St. Francis the 1-0 lead, and in a physical game. No cards yet, but a lot of fouls. Headed down, chipped right back by Holy Cross as they continue to control the possession of the play here in half number 1. Stolen away here by the Saints, by the Fighting Saints, though. Bit of a mishit on that pass, and they get the ball back, but right onto the foot of Vedina. Back to midfield now. Over to the near side. Here's Panayotu. Panayotu tries the backdoor pass. Defense by St. Francis. That'll be a foul on Holy Cross. That'll be an offsides. Figaro gets that right foot into it. And that'll be out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for the Fighting Saints. Looks like we're going to have a handful of substitutions for Holy Cross here at the next available opportunity. And there you see that long cross. That ball just hits this wet turf and just skips. That'll be a throw-in for St. Francis along the far side. It's put to space, and the ball curves back, played ahead. St. Francis on the attack here. This is Contreras. Contreras cuts it back towards the middle, puts the right foot into it, and got a little underneath it, a little high and wide. Good attempt by Contreras, but wasn't able to keep that ball as low as he would have liked. So this is Kai Lulik substituting for Juan Perez, and Diego Blount will substitute for Kevin Vedina. So Blunt for Vedina and Lulik for Perez. This is Vaez playing it back. Ball played into the middle. Taken down there by Vaez. Vaez loses it, but Salu is there to pick his teammate up, clear it out of play, or out of harm's way, I should say. Now Santa Marta gets held, and there'll be a foul called on Holy Cross. Pablo Alvarez will take this free kick. Just on his side of midfield, over to the far side. And again, that ball just skips. Out of bounds. Throw in Holy Cross. Holy Cross with some good possession, but they haven't really had any dangerous opportunities as of yet. Kept in by the Saints. Nice pass there. Nice one-touch pass by the Fighting Saints. They'll take it down the far side. Stolen away, but that'll be a throw-in. Holy Cross now possesses. Left foot into the middle of the field, taken right back. Gonna be a foul on St. Francis as there's a Holy Cross player down on the far side of the field. Archimed Sabu down over there on the far side of the field, number 21. The clock stoppage here with 14 minutes and change left in the first half. St. Francis with a 1-0 lead. Next game for the Fighting Saints after tonight will be at Judson on the 28th. It'll be a 2:30 start. And for Holy Cross, they don't play again until October 2nd at Indiana Northwest. Stoppage of play here with 14 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the first half. St. Francis up 1-0. Dominic Bariolik, his second goal of the season, assisted by Nathan Sharp. It's a foul on St. Francis on the far side of the field. We've seen 15 fouls in the first 20 or so minutes of this game. Very physical. Archimedes Sabu down on the field here for a couple of minutes. And we're going to step aside for just a second while the trainers attend to Sabu. We'll be back in just a minute. St. Francis, 1-0 lead here on Holy Cross. First half, CCAC men's soccer. So Sabu is able to, he's off the field. He came off the field with some assistance, wasn't able to put much pressure on that leg, and Nolan Sperring will check in for Sabu. Hopefully he's all right. And on the other side for St. Francis, this is Tony Gia checking in for Anthony Durka for the first time. We're back underway. Just about 14 minutes left. So Durka out of the game. Gia in. The junior out of Santa Barbara, California. Has the ball right on his foot. Tries to go around the defender. Now tries to go through the defender. That was Nolan Sperring. And Sperring able to clear the ball up, but not out. And now it's knocked away. That'll be a throw-in here for Holy Cross. Sperring the right foot. Pushed right back towards top of the box, but played over there by Holy Cross. Ground ball pass, chipped away by the Saints. Now stolen away. And a foul? Nope, no foul called. Ball played ahead. Low angle and running across the end line with it. That'll be a goal kick here for the Fighting Saints. Like a tackle from behind, but no whistle. Figaro pushes it to midfield. It's headed to space. And that one's cleared out of there by Salu. Now over is Gia trying to play the ball and not able to work around the Holy Cross defense. It'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Holy Cross has allowed 23 goals this season in just 9 games. Down the near side with it. That ball will skip in to Figaro. Figaro will lay on it and wait for the traffic to clear. St. Francis played 6 games. They've scored 9. They've given up 11. Holy Cross has played 9. They've scored 13. They've given up 23. 23 goals in 9 games. Down to the near side here to Baez. Salu now the far side. Looking for Gia, not able to connect. Now Santa Marta, Baez. Baez tries to dribble through traffic. He does. Contreras now with a little bit of space. Contreras stops, puts it back into the middle. Santa Marta looking for the return pass. Or excuse me, that was Luna looking for the return pass, not able to connect. And now right up through the middle with it is Morrow. Alexis Morrow. Nice through ball, but good defense by St. Francis to get a foot on it. Ball knocked away and cleared out. Panayotu with it now. Gets it right back. Cross, nobody home, but the ball skips away. That'll roll out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Holy Cross. Saying that ball touched the foot of a St. Francis defender over on the far side. And Jesus Flores got a piece of it. Throw in here for Holy Cross. They have possession. They're down by a goal. That'll be offsides called here on Holy Cross. Second offsides of the game on the Saints. 10 minutes left to go in half number 1. And we get a stoppage of play. Looks like another substitution here for St. Francis. Antoine Esparzo will check in for Juan Jimenez. So freshman for freshman checking in here. Freshman from Romeoville checking in for a freshman from Romeoville. A couple of teammates last season at Romeoville High School. It's going to be a foul on St. Francis, and the first yellow card of the game will go on Jesus Flores. So free kick just inside midfield for Holy Cross with 9:40 left to go in half number one. 1-0. Fighting Saints with the lead. And we're ready to go. The left foot right into the box, right into the waiting arms of Figaro. The junior from Madrid. Spent last season at North Iowa Area Community College. And now he's a Fighting Saint. Long ball looking for Gia, not able to connect over there. And Holy Cross right on the attack, but they lose the ball. Now here's a long one down the right side. And cleared out of there, and that'll be a throw-in for St. Francis. Good attempts. Trying to turn defense into offense. Holy Cross back, though, to defend it. Played back, chipped towards the middle, and cleared out by Holy Cross. Salu, right back looking for Gia. That one just punched ahead. An easy ball for Holy Cross now. Edward Luna tries to play it. Luna able to possess. Now chipping it forward. It's Contreras. Contreras into traffic, playing it back. The left foot from the top of the box is just wide of the goal. Good opportunity for St. Francis. That was Antoine Esparza. Had some space, about 4 or 5 yards outside the box, and the low ground ball wide of that far post. And it'll be a corner kick here for St. Francis, as that was deflected by Sebastian Grimm. And this corner will be taken by Santos Contreras. Plays it to Esparza, back to Contreras, back to the top. The shot is airmailed by Ander Santa Marta. Set him up nicely. A couple of quick passes, and Ander all alone right at the top, but got underneath it. The senior looking for his 10th career goal, his 9 in 54 games. Just put that one high. A good opportunity, though, for St. Francis. Their best since they scored. St. Francis possesses it on their own side of midfield. It's played back to Figaro, and Figaro just launches it high in the air. It's headed back towards the near side, and that should be a foul on Holy Cross. It will be, as Esparza is knocked over from behind. 6.5 left to go. Victor Salu playing it forward. Here's Esparza again. Esparza back to Salu. Salu now to Vaez. Vaez, Esparza. Esparza looking for Gia. A bit of a miscommunication there. Gia went inside and Vaez went out. Now Holy Cross, good ball on the counterattack. And stolen there by Salu. Victor. A little bit of a miss-hit on that passing attempt. Now the other way, Panayotu finds Vila. Salu does a nice job dribbling through traffic. Gets around 3 white jerseys before he's finally pulled down. That was Diego Blunt pulling down the grad student. Headed down. Esparza now. Luna. Baez. And bad pass there by Rogelio Baez gives Holy Cross an opportunity to counterattack as we're down to 5 left to go here in the first half. And that should be another foul on Holy Cross. That is a tackle. No card, though, just a common foul. It's the 11th foul of the first half on Holy Cross. 8 on St. Francis. Again, a very physical game so far. Only 1 card, though. That was on Jesus Flores. Clock continues to run. We're down to 4:40 left to go here in half number 1. Figaro will take this free kick. Goes right down the middle. Ends up on the foot of Gia. Headed around, Gia over on the far side. That'll bounce out of bounds. He'll get the throw in. Quick throw in. Ball stolen away by Holy Cross. But Gia takes it right back. Back to Salu. Salu back to Santa Marta. Now it's cleared over to the near side where it's taken there by Panayotu. Gia tries to head it to the far side. Contreras able to get up, head it to himself, but wasn't able to collect himself and play the ball. Taking the other direction. Contreras again. Looks for the return pass. That'll be a throw in for the Fighting Saints here with 3:20 left to go in half number 1. Santa Marta back to Salu. Salu, the left foot off the crossbar and out. Back now, the shot is deflected away. Played in the box as, wow, Victor Salu shook the net with that one. Crossbar, post, both. That was a huge left foot by Victor. Just stayed out of the net. I think it caught Grimm by surprise. Sebastian didn't react until the ball was by him. That was a rocket off the foot of Victor Salu. Two and a half now left to go. A free kick for St. Francis. The low ball is headed up into the air. Salu, that left foot. Daniel Simon back the other direction. Now Santa Marta with it again. Forward to Contreras. And that ball skips that. No, it doesn't. Stays in bounds. Played in that far corner. It's Esparza has it taken off of his foot. Knocked to space. Holy Cross now. That'll be a foul here on Ander. That shot by Victor Salu, an absolute missile off the left foot. Off the crossbar, off the post, right off that corner. Shook the whole net. Down to 90 seconds left here in the first half. Holy Cross looking for the equalizer. St. Francis up 1-0. Over to the near side. St. Francis, the left-footed clear. Knocked down right at midfield. Holy Cross now plays it over to Medina. Aiden Medina now. Back to Sperring. Sperring gets it right back. One minute left in the half. The ball played back to Grimm, who finds a white jersey at the other end of that clear. No foul called. Play on. Good ball there ahead for St. Francis. That's Contreras. Contreras inside then out, and We got a foul called there. We absolutely do. St. Francis has to hurry. Then they are going to stop the clock as it looks like that's going to be a yellow card here on Holy Cross. It will be. This will be a great opportunity for the Saints with 37 seconds left to go here in the first half. About 10 yards outside the box. It'll be a yellow card on Cesar Vila for tackling Santos Contreras from behind. This is Santa Marta to take this. See if he goes right for the net. 37 seconds left to go. Under Santa Marta, the 6'4" senior. The right foot right into the fists of Grimm, who punches it out of there. 23 seconds. Clock is moving. St. Francis trying to hurry here. Try to get one more opportunity before the half ends. Thrown into the corner. And will they get themselves a corner kick? They will not. It'll be a goal kick here for Holy Cross as the first half ticks down. A good first half. St. Francis picked it up late. They scored an 8th-minute goal. Dominic Bariolik, his second goal of the season, assisted by Nathan Sharp. Possession for most of that first half belonged to Holy Cross, but St. Francis turned it on towards the end, and through 45, the Fighting Saints have a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with second half action on the other side. This is St. Francis men's soccer.
Yeah. Are they really? Oh, yeah. Thank you.
That would have been an insane goal.
Oh, that was a rocket, man.
That was a BB.
Yup. Hit the right in that top corner. Right in that top corner.
That was inches from goal of the year.
Uh-huh.
We've had a bicycle goal this year, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Santa Marta had to send off a corner kick.
Nice.
Put himself in the air. I didn't know how to act.
Yeah, those are always the fun ones when you don't know when you don't know what to say.
I think the first words out of my mouth were goal of the year.
Well, that's probably fair. That's probably fair. That's probably fair.
Goal of the year.
Well, the worst part is that shot he took doesn't even count as a shot on goal.
Nope.
It's just a shot.
Yeah. Well, you missed the goal, buddy. No, I didn't. I hit the crossbar.
Yeah. physical.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how'd you like working with Jeff Isom this year?
I love Ice.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, loved Ice.
I've
Yeah.
had like 4 or 5 different managers at the Slammers,
Yeah.
and Jeff by far the best.
Yeah. Sat behind him on the bus for all the road trips. Had a lot of opportunity to just sit and chat with him about things that weren't, dogs related, and talk to him about his business. And
Yeah, I was scheduled to do the stats for the home playoff game if they played on Friday, and
oh, you were?
yeah, but then obviously they didn't play at home, so I would have loved to have seen him. I didn't know he had taken over.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned something in the press box, the Slammers game, about midway through the season. I was like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jeff was awesome. I really hope he decides to come back. It's working for the Dogs front office isn't easy.
No.
They like to have their fingers in things, and Jeff's a big proponent of, Jeff responds, the front office reacts. So somebody has a bad game, he gets a phone call from the owner going, you gotta cut him. Jeff's like, I'm not gonna cut him, So like he went through this all year long. There were times where we'd go out to dinner or something, and he's like, I just can't do this. Like this is ridiculous, So I hope he chooses to come back. He's awesome, man. Yeah. Enjoyed working with him.
Yep. You want to give me the one-ups?
Spent more time with him than I did my own family this summer.
Financial aid services card.
You need a pen? Here.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. About ready to get started here. Half number 2, St. Francis with a 1-0 lead. An 8th-minute goal by Dominic Bariolik. Assist to Nathan Sharp. It was a bad clear attempt by Sebastian Grimm, and Sharp played the ball directly back the other direction, didn't let the ball touch the ground. It eventually found its way to Bariolik, who was able to put it in the back of the net, and Fighting Saints had another opportunity late in the half. Victor Salu with a rocket off his left foot, off the crossbar and post, and stays 1-0. Here's Santa Marta chipping it right through the middle. Physical first half, 22 fouls, 13 by Holy Cross. Each team with a yellow card as Daniel Simon plays it off his right foot out of bounds. Down the near side with it is Filippo. Filippo the cross. And inside out of danger. Here's Saeed. Saeed puts the shot wide. A minute gone by here in half number 2. St. Francis, both teams looking for their first CCAC victories of the season. Each team comes in 0-1. St. Francis lost 4-0 to Trinity Christian a couple of days ago, while Holy Cross lost 3-0 to Governor State. Punched up in the air. Headed down. It's Santa Marta playing it back. Looking for Contreras. Contreras feigns the leap and draws a throw in from the near side. Down in the corner. That's sharp, and that'll be a goal kick. Headed away by Contreras. Taken back there. Knocked out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Holy Cross. There's a long ball playing it forward, looking for Durka. Anthony has it. Chipping it back to Contreras. Contreras takes it wide back to Durka. Durka the low cross into the net, and there's another goal for St. Francis. Anthony Durka with a pretty feed. Finding Bariolik again, and for Dominic, that's number 2 of the day from Anthony Durka. Gives St. Francis a 2-1 lead. Pretty play by Durka. Durka and Contreras played catch. Dominic found some space. Durka found him. And it's 2-0. Bariolik screaming in through the center of the box, and Durka with the pretty pass. Goal number 3 for Dominic. Goal number 2 of the game for the senior from Geneva. Has as many goals tonight as he did in his first 35 games for St. Francis.
His third of the season and second of the match, assisted by number 10, Anthony Durka.
That all started with Durka and Contreras possessing the ball down on the near side, playing catch and letting Dominic work into space. This ball's put over the crossbar. 2-0 St. Francis with the lead. Over to the far side. St. Francis able to keep it in. I think Saints looking to extend that lead. And we're going to have a couple of whistles. And looks like we're getting a yellow card here on Holy Cross. That'll be Aiden Medina with the yellow card. Second yellow of the evening for Holy Cross. A good scoring chance here for St. Francis. Contreras to take it. Contreras just a couple yards outside the corner of the box. Puts it right into the middle, headed up into the air. Ball bouncing around. Taken down is Salu, and that'll be a foul on St. Francis. Down the far side now. Taken away by St. Francis and then right back by Holy Cross. Rolled ahead. That's Juan Perez. St. Francis done a good job against Perez so far tonight. Perez scored 5 goals as a freshman, 5 as a sophomore, 6 as a junior, and 5 so far this year as a senior. That's the model of consistency there, number 9 in white. Got 5 goals in 8 games this season, but Fighting Saints have held him off the board so far this evening. 2-0 Fighting Saints. Dominic Bariolik, a couple of goals. One assisted by Nathan Sharp, the other by Anthony Durka. Throw in cleared. And that's just kicked out of bounds by Sebastian Grimm as Sharp put pressure on both the defender and the goalie at the same time. Looks like Contreras will take this throw in. Plays it back to Santa Marta. Santa Marta in the middle of the field now. Luna goes cross. Not able to connect. Down the far side, Bariolik tries to play it and taps it out of bounds for a throw in here. Going to be a foul, on Dominic. It's foul number 25 in the match. Pushed over to the near side, that's Nathan Sanchez. Sanchez, the ground ball, miss hit and just fired back down the opposite direction. Bariolik defends the play, but defends it out of bounds for a throw-in. About 8 minutes gone here in half number 2. St. Francis scored in the 8th minute. They scored in the 47th minute. They're up 2-0 here. Sanchez with some space on the near side. Plays it forward to Issa Saeed. Saeed with some space. Saeed inside outs at the header, and that is a pretty goal by Holy Cross. And they're within a goal here. It's 2-1. That was Isaac Filippo who headed the ball in, but that play was made by Issa Saeed. He came down the near side and used the outside of his right foot to just put it into the box, and Filippo came diving in and headed it into the goal. It's 2-1. And to Marta, the long ball. Knocked into space. St. Francis takes it back. Cutting into the middle. The shot will go wide. That was Anthony Durka. Cut back in towards the top of the box. Had a little bit of space, but by the time he let the ball go, the defense had closed in on him. So 2-1 here. About 10 minutes in, 9 minutes into the first half. Saeed misplays that one. Now it's Sharp, double teamed, knocked away from him, but that'll be a throw-in for the Fighting Saints. Isaac Filippo gets the goal. For Filippo, that is goal number 2 of the season. Goal number 11 of his career. This is his 43rd game. 2-1 St. Francis with the lead. Each team has scored a goal here in the second half. For Saeed, that's his first point, his first assist of the year. St. Francis possesses. Durka over to Contreras. Nice play by Contreras to get himself some space. Plays it back. Simon. Simon in the middle. Luna. Luna the left foot. Mishits there. And back the other direction with it comes Filippo. Filippo the long ball down the near side. That's Perez. Perez takes it wide. The left-footed cross. And going to be a throw-in here for Holy Cross. Holy Cross Saints putting a little pressure on St. Francis here in the second half. A whistle is a couple players battle for it. Durka and Sanchez get involved. Ball pushed over to the far side, but only white jerseys over there. Headed out of bounds, though, so a throw in for St. Francis up near midfield. Saints play again on Saturday. It's the 28th. They take on Trinity Christian. Or excuse me, they take on Judson at Judson. While Holy Cross doesn't play again until October 2nd. They'll take on Indiana Northwest. That ball's knocked out of bounds. That'll be another throw-in. Isaac Filippo in the 53rd minute. His second goal of the season from Issa Saeed. St. Francis had jumped out to a 2-0 lead early in the second half. Here's Sanchez. With space. Low left foot. Punched up in the air by Salu. Santa Marta loses it. Saeed again with it. Saeed taps it through. Perez over to the far side, and Salu is able to clear it out with the left foot. Looking for Sharp downfield. Can't make the play. Sharp, a junior transfer. He's from Naperville, played for the University of Kentucky last season. Listed as a defender on the roster, but he's been playing up front most of the nights. Holy Cross on the attack again. That's off the side of the net. We got a substitution here for St. Francis as Gia will check in here for Nathan Sharp. So Tony Gia for Nathan Sharp. First substitution of the second half. That's Salu loses it. Holy Cross takes it back. Filippo. Now Flores. The shot is deflected out by Figaro, and that'll be a corner kick here for Holy Cross. Nathan Sanchez will take the corner kick here for Holy Cross. Trying to tie the game midway through half number 2. Into the box, headed out. Sanchez able to maintain possession. Little give and go. Sanchez gets it back. Now uses the right foot, and that's deflected out of bounds. So it'll be another corner kick. Again, Sanchez on it. Sanchez, the freshman from West Chicago. Tries again. This time puts a little more behind it. Comes out the other side, and Panayotu not able to maintain possession. So that'll be a throw-in. And looks like we'll have another substitution here for St. Francis. Knocked down, played in midfield. Jesus Flores is checked in for Rogelio Valles. Mishit on the head attempt, and Figaro has to play it. 15 minutes gone here in half number 2. St. Francis with a 2-1 lead. That's a bomb by Figaro all the way down to the other box where it's headed over to Grimm, who will roll it out the near side. Sanchez. Low left foot into the middle. Played to Filippo. Filippo to Flores, or excuse me, to Perez. Perez double teamed. And the Fighting Saints able to take it away from him. Contreras down the near side looking for Gia, but not able to connect. Good idea by Contreras. A little too much mustard on that pass. And Tony not able to corral it. Over to the far side. And back to Grimm. Grimm chips it up the far side of the field. Down here to the near side, Issa Saeed lets it go through. Sanchez tries that left foot again. Headed down by Perez. Perez back to Sanchez now. Sanchez up top. Saeed. Saeed tries the far side. Filippo double teamed in the box, and the Saints take it away. Right back in, though. Contreras heads it out. Saeed. Collision there. Santa Marta plays it. Little hook pass. Fighting Saints able to dribble out of trouble. Anthony Durka does a nice job dribbling through 3 white jerseys. Contreras, Santa Marta now. Santa Marta looking for Bariolik, not able to connect. Contreras gets another chance, though. Fancy dribbling by Contreras over to the far side. Back to midfield. Play it back to their D-line. Simon Contreras. Contreras in the middle. Santa Marta. Santa Marta to Luna. Luna playing it back to Salu. Salu up ahead. Back to Luna, but nobody there on the other end of the give and go. Sebastian Grimm now plays it. 27.5 left to go here in half number 2. Saeed is knocked down by Durka. A couple of 10s. There's going to be a throw in here for Holy Cross. Saeed a little bit slow to get up. Issa Saeed, senior out of Trinidad and Tobago. Played for Calumet College last season. Leaves it there for Medina, and that shot rolls wide off the foot of Juan Perez. Substitution here for St. Francis as Antoine Esparza checks in for Dominic Bariolik. So Bariolik goes to the bench, having scored a couple of goals in 38 minutes. Esparza had a couple of shots in his 10 minutes. Looked pretty good. Headed down to Contreras. Contreras bumped off the ball, gets it back. Santa Marta over to Esparza. Esparza tries to chip it through, looking for Gia and not Gia to connect. Good idea by Esparza. Gia just not able to complete. Holy Cross now. In the middle. Sanchez. Saeed. Saeed in the middle of the box, and we got a whistle. And we do have a whistle in the box here. I think this is going to be a penalty shot for Holy Cross. Player knocked down in the box. This will be Juan Perez taking it. Talked about how dangerous he was. It won't be Perez. It'll be Filippo. Excuse me. Isaac Filippo already has a goal here in the half. The senior from St. Joseph, Michigan, looking to tie the game here with 25 minutes left. Filippo readies that left foot. Figaro bouncing on the line, and Filippo buries it. So 2-2 here with 25 minutes left. Figaro scores a couple of goals in about a 10-minute span to tie the game at 2. Saints scored the first two, the Fighting Saints scored the first two. The Saints scored the last two. 2-2 here in the second half. Goals 2 and 3 of the season for Isaac Filippo. This one on the penalty kick. Foul in the box. Been a very physical game. The officials, I want to say they've let a lot go. They've called a lot of fouls, but been a lot of contact, and this time it came back to burn St. Francis. Now Holy Cross on the counterattack again. Chipped ahead. That's Filippo again. Filippo rolls it forward for Perez. Perez lets it go. The ball through, and I'm going to say that was deflected by St. Francis, so it'll be a corner kick for Holy Cross. Sanchez will take it. Take that back. He won't take it. That'll be number 11, Kevin Vadina, to take the corner kick here. Officials calling a couple players over, one from each side. A lot of physicality I see under Santa Marta over there for St. Francis. And couldn't get the number on the white jersey, but conversation had with both teams. Here's the low cross headed out. Sanchez plays it back. Vila over to the far side. Vila in the middle for Medina. Tapped over in front of us. Sanchez now. Sanchez in the middle. Gets it back. Perez headed into the middle for Filippo, knocked away. Ball bounces out near midfield, and that's chipped high in the air. And the ball gets away, but I think we're going to have an offsides call on Holy Cross. And unfortunate there is Figaro was not able to make the play, and got a stoppage of play here as one of the St. Francis defenders, I think that's Pablo Alvarez, came down hard on looked like the back of his head. Pablo Alvarez, the senior from Quito, Ecuador. Out to have a trainer look at him with 23 minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in half number 2, 2-2. St. Francis, a couple of goals from Dominic Bariolik. Holy Cross, a couple of goals from Isaac Filippo. Alvarez will make his way to his feet. Came down hard. It looks like he's limping on that right leg. He's able to walk off on his own, gingerly, but he's able to walk off on his own, so that's a good sign. He's trying to jog, and he is able to jog off here for the last handful of steps. And we're back in play. Ball's knocked down, kicked up in the air by Luna. That ball finds its way into the arms of Grimm. Grimm with Gia bearing down on him. Contreras puts it back with the right foot. Now Filippo. Filippo looking for Perez, not able to connect. Santa Marta plays it back. A little too high for Durka, out of bounds. Be a throw in here for St. Francis. Holy Cross 12 shots, St. Francis 11. Holy Cross 4 shots on goal, Fighting Saints with 3. Rogelio Valles in for Edward Luna here in the 68th minute. A right foot pass up ahead, not able to connect. I was looking for Valles down on that far side of the field. Santa Marta, triple teamed as the ball taken away from him, fights to get it back. Pushed over to the near side. Here's Daniel Simon now. Simon in the middle. Pushed right up through center. Looking for Contreras. That's a good ball to Contreras. Is he able to get there? He's not. As Grimm is able to dive and take the ball off of Contreras' foot. A foul called, I think. Yeah, foul on St. Francis. Grimm waits. The boot down the near side. Pushed right back the other direction. Gia, closest one there. Has to wait for it to bounce. Heads it over to the far side to Durka. Durka plays it back. And a tackle, and the ball goes out of bounds. No call, no whistle. No throw in for Holy Cross. So we approach 20 minutes left here in half number 2. Now it'll be a St. Francis throw in. Bit of a dangerous one. Fighting Saints forced to just clear the ball out of trouble. Now Esparza tries to play it. He can't, but ends up on the foot of Durka. Durka 1-on-1. Durka now 1-on-3. Gets tripped. No whistle, and another throw in. That's got to be him. That'll be whistled for a foul right at midfield. St. Francis plays it quickly. Contreras chips it to Esparza. Contreras gets it back. Dribbling by Contreras, but eventually a little too much dribbling taken away by Perez. Juan Perez down the near side. Tries to go through multiple brown jerseys, and that'll be a foul called on St. Francis. That's a tough play. It looked like Perez tripped on the ball, but it'll be a foul on St. Francis. Under 20 minutes left to go here in the half. Be a free kick for Holy Cross. Let's see what the Saints come up with. Tough call there on St. Francis. Looks like this will be Vadina. Nope, it'll be Sanchez taking this one, the lefty. Watch everyone crash towards that back post. And here we go. Instead, the ball's put in, the shot, rebound, score. Holy Cross able to take the lead here as the shot came up the near side. Everyone thought it was going to go to that far post. But Sanchez took the shot at the near post, in and out of the hands of Figaro, and buried by Holy Cross, and they take the lead here. I believe that was Cesar Vila, number 15, on the rebound. Everyone crashed that far post, and Sanchez low and hard to the near post, in and out of the hands of Figaro. And the rebound, that's 3 consecutive goals scored here by Holy Cross in the second half. St. Francis now. This is Valles playing it back. It was Alexis Morrow, number 18, not number 15, who got the goal. Alexis Morrow. Morrow, that is his first goal of the season, the freshman. So 3 consecutive goals here in the second half by Holy Cross. Turned a 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 lead. Fighting Saints now playing from behind with 18 minutes left. And their stoppage of play. 18 minutes exactly. We'll have a substitution here as Morrow will come off. And it looks like, I think that's number 23. Oh, excuse me, that's Kai Lulish coming into the game, number 20. St. Francis tries to play it forward. They can't. Salu dribbles through some traffic. Up ahead now, Valles. Valles playing it for Gia, and that ball's cleared out of harm's way by Grimm. Gia was right there. Quick play in by St. Francis onto the foot of Esparza. He's not able to corral it, and I think we're going to have a whistle and a foul there, and we're going to have a stoppage of play, and that's going to be a yellow card on Holy Cross. I think that's going to be on Nathan Sanchez. So great opportunity here for St. Francis. Re-kick about 5 yards outside of the top. 17:26 left to go in the half. 3 consecutive goals here by Holy Cross in the second half. Alexis Morrow in the 72nd minute broke a 2-2 tie. Nathan Sanchez picks up the yellow. That's the 3rd yellow card of the evening on Holy Cross. The shot is knocked away. Contreras plays it back. It's cleared in and knocked down by Grimm as Salu put the left foot into it again. And another injury and another stoppage of play here. Over 30 fouls, 4 yellow cards in tonight's match. I think that's Isaac Filippo, the injured party. He looks to be no worse for wear, and we're back underway as we approach 17. Tony Gia. Mind games with Sebastian Grimm, forces him to pick up the ball. Now Grimm lofts it down the far side, headed down. In the middle, that's Vaez. Vaez looking for Gia again, not able to connect. Handful of opportunities trying to go over the top to Tony Gia, the freshman from the junior from Santa Barbara, California, not able to connect on any of them yet. Throw in right at midfield. That'll be a throw in for the Fighting Saints. That ball finds the seats here at Joliet Memorial Stadium. And we got a push and a foul called here on Holy Cross right along the sideline. A free kick for the Fighting Saints. St. Francis took the lead in the 8th minute. Dominic Bariolik. A couple minutes into the second half, Bariolik scored again. It was looking good. 2-0. Then 3 goals in a short time span as this ball is played back by the far post. Reach the end line. It'll be a goal kick. 3 consecutive goals by Holy Cross in the span of about 15 minutes. It's giving them a 3-0 lead. Another stoppage of play. And we wait for the ball to be retrieved. Grimm, right down the middle of the field. Push back the other way, and Gia heads it forward, and we got an offsides called on St. Francis. You saw Gia look over at that official holding the flag, that referee holding the flag. Thought he was onside, but whistled off. Grimm will play this. Chips it high. Knocked down by St. Francis, and Valles over to the near side. Gets it right back. Has some space. Over now to Salu. Salu over to the far side. That'll be a throw in for St. Francis. These two players slide into each other. Ball's thrown back. This is Alvarez. Good to see Pablo back out there. A low center. Taken back the other direction. Thrown forward. It's Filippo, the high cross. Waiting on the other side. Holy Cross has it now outside the box. Chipped in, headed out. Taken there by Saeed. Holy Cross down the far side with it. Nice slide tackle there to take the ball away. That was Salu. He loses it, though. Chip towards the goal, but right into the waiting arms of Figaro. Baez looking for Durka. Not able to connect. Throw in St. Francis. Gia chips it to himself, puts the ball towards the net. It's deflected up in the air. And that'll be another throw in for St. Francis. Durka again. Substitution here for St. Francis. Looks like Esparza checking out. A couple of substitutions. So Bariolik comes in for Esparza, and Blunt comes in for Juan Perez for Holy Cross. So Bariolik for Esparza, Blunt for Perez. Substitution for each side. There's Bariolik. He's knocked down. The ball bounces up in the air. Dominic, 2 goals in the game. Throw in Durka, has it down in the corner. And he's able to keep it in. Able to work through a couple of defenders. Now down really deep. He's tackled, and that'll be a goal kick. Durka was able to get through a couple of white jerseys initially, but wasn't able to make a play, and we approach 12 minutes now. Headed down. Chip to space. That's Santa Marta with it. Over to the near side now. Contreras. Durka. Durka rolls it for Bariolik. Dominic has the shot deflected out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in. Offense has picked it up here over the last couple of minutes. Some good possession. Need to get some shots on goal here. Contreras puts it towards the box. Leaks out towards the top. Gia has it swept away from him, and St. Francis has to play it all the way back. High ball headed away. Sanchez now the other direction. Sanchez, nice play by Valles to take it away. And that'll be a foul on Diego Blunt. Contreras to his back line. You see Alvarez out there. He's moving around, but he's moving around gingerly as Durka's wide open down here on the near side. Durka walks in. The cross is pushed out of play. So it looked like Holy Cross lost Anthony Durka. And Durka tried the cross, stayed on the ground, and it was cleared out. So Daniel Simon checking out. And Julian Soto will check in for the first time. Bariolik not able to play that ball, and it's just cleared to space. Soto. Ball always finds you the minute you walk out there. Soto plays it back in the middle. Alvarez walking right through. pushes it down the far side, and that's going to be whistled down for an offsides. That looked close, but an offsides on St. Francis as we're under 10. That last possession with Anthony Durka all alone, there was no one within about 15 or 20 yards of him, and wasn't able to make a clean play into the center of the box. It was an easy clear for Holy Cross. Here's Grimm with the long clear. Knocked down. And just fired out of play. Gonna be a throw in down here in front of us. We approach 9 minutes now. Couple of substitutions for the Holy Cross Saints here with 9:12 left to go. Get those numbers for you here in a second. 2 substitutions. Alexis Morrow for Kai Lulish, and Juan Perez checks back in for Diego Blunt. So Morrow for Lulish and Perez for Blunt here with 9 minutes left. Figaro. Junior puts the right foot into it. Chipped over to Contreras. Contreras heads it down to himself. And that's fired out of play by Cesar Vila. Quick throw in. Back to Soto. Soto tried the return pass, but off the side of his foot out of bounds. Headed to space. And that pass a little behind its intended target by Alexis Morrow. We'll throw in for St. Francis as we approach 8. Rolled back to Alvarez. Alvarez able to elude the defender. Now he walks forward, throws it ahead looking for Gia, not able to connect. St. Francis maintains possession but then loses possession. And it's played back for Victor Salu. Salu in the middle. St. Francis loses it on the counterattack. Here comes Holy Cross. This is Juan Perez. Perez finds Sanchez. Sanchez with space. The shot and the save by Figaro. Tough play by Sanchez. Figaro dives to his right. Able to knock the ball wide. And this will be a goal kick here for St. Francis with 7.5 left to go. Nathan Sanchez, the freshman from West Chicago, has looked pretty good for Holy Cross here tonight. Set up their last goal. St. Francis now trying to attack the other direction, trying to dribble through a couple of white jerseys is Contreras, and he can't. St. Francis gets it back. Here's Valles. Valles over on the far side. Flag stays down. No offsides in the corner. Pushed towards Gia. Gia with the left foot. The ball deflects just wide of the near post. Gia in a phone booth there, able to knock the ball down to his left foot and was able to get enough on it, but just bounced wide. 6.5 now. Grimm tries the near side. Perez throws it forward. It's Morrow. Morrow attacks Fajiro. Victor Salu now looking for Gia again. Not able to connect there. Mishit on the pass. Gives Contreras an opportunity. Contreras now to Santa Marta. Santa Marta, the left foot, that's deflected. Back to Soto. Soto to Gia, and Grimm's able to play the ball. Not a bad play by Julian Soto. Used that left foot, just flipped it up in the air, and Tony tried to run underneath it, but Grimm was They're a split second ahead of him. Ball's headed down. And we got a foul called here on Holy Cross. It's foul number 20 on the Saints here tonight. We're going to have a stoppage of play with a Fighting Saint down on the field after that collision. It's Anthony Durka who hops back up. He's all right. Durka will have to leave the field. I think Nathan Sharp checked back in is what I'm seeing. Number 28. Yep, Nathan Sharp in for Anthony Durka as Durka walked off the field slowly. Sharp also gives him a little bit more height out there at 6'1". The ball was put towards the net by Figaro. And that right into the waiting arms of Sebastian Grimm as we're under 5. Both teams looking for that first CCAC victory. Soto heads it to space. St. Francis takes possession. It's going to be a foul called on Holy Cross. 35 fouls now in the game, 21 on Holy Cross, 14 on St. Francis. 3 yellow cards on the Saints, 1 on the Fighting Saints. Played in front of us to Vaez. Vaez chips the left foot towards the top of the box. That's headed towards goal, but Grimm is there to make the play. There's a shot on goal. Each team was 17 shots. It's been a very evenly played game. 17 shots for both teams. Holy Cross was 7 on goal. St. Francis was 6 on goal. Holy Cross content to dribble into that corner and kill as much time as they can. And I think they just earned themselves a corner kick. And they did. Corner here to be taken by Kevin Vadina, the senior out of New Mexico. St. Francis trying to get reset here quickly as that corner kick goes nowhere. Fighting Saints. Contreras with it. Santos, the long ball, looking for Sharp, not able to connect. Now here's Bariolik, able to keep it in for the moment, but loses his balance, stumbles, the ball goes out of bounds. We'll have another substitution here for Holy Cross with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second half. Kai Lulish in and Kevin Vadina out. Soto. Back to Alvarez. Alvarez now. Salu. Salu the left foot. Deflected to the near side. Back to Soto again. Soto to Contreras. Contreras. Valles. Salu. That pass from Victor, a little offline. 2.5 now. But back to Pablo Alvarez. Alvarez, the right foot, looking for Contreras. Bariolik heads it down, and that looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Santa Marta crashed the nets. 2 minutes left. Headed down, played by Holy Cross as Saeed lets it roll out of bounds, takes the throw in. It's put towards the net there by Isaac Filippo, who already has a couple of goals. 96 seconds left to go. St. Francis down by a goal. Holy Cross heads it over to the far side. Tony Gia over there to play the ball. It should be a throw in for St. Francis. No foul. Well, it was a foul, excuse me. Played quickly. Soto chips it towards the center of the box, headed down in the box. Are we going to have a penalty? We are going to have a penalty kick here in the closing minute. A collision just outside of the goalkeeper's area. And this should be a penalty kick for St. Francis. A lot of contact down in the box. Holy Cross players still down. Let's see who's going to take this penalty kick. 59.8 seconds left. A player down for each side. It should be. They did call a foul. I believe they called that foul on Holy Cross in the box. We'll see what comes of this. So it's going to be a yellow card issued here. On the Holy Cross team. Omar Gallo, the recipient of that yellow card. The 11th year head coach for Holy Cross. Contreras to take the penalty kick. 59.8 seconds left. Contreras 10 goals in 70 games in his St. Francis career. Goal number 11 would tie it with a minute left. Contreras is ready. Grimm bounces on the line. Santos to his left. Steps into it. And he scores the tying goal with 59.8 seconds left in the ball game. Santos Contreras buries the penalty kick. It's 3-3. Went low, far side. Grimm guessed wrong, and we're tied at 3. For Contreras, first goal of the season. Just his second game, and he's been all over the place tonight for St. Francis, and that is a huge goal with a minute left. No, Contreras in the 90th minute ties the game at 3. Penalty kick goal for each team in tonight's game. Down the far side. Oh, Contreras, that's now his 11th career goal in his 71st game. And all of a sudden, this is looking like it might end a 1-1, a 3-3 tie, unless something happens here in the final 30. Yeah, we got a foul called on Holy Cross. That clock's still running down to 25 seconds left. Contreras will play it. Everybody's forward. This is Figaro. Figaro chips it into the box. And Grimm is able to make the catch. The ball bounces out. And I think we're going to have a foul called here in the final seconds. So drama in the last minute. Santos Contreras on the penalty kick rescues this game for St. Francis. The Fighting Saints had a 2-0 lead a couple minutes into the second half. And Holy Cross scored 3 consecutive goals. And in the final minute, Santos Contreras on the PK ties the game at 3, and that is how this game will end. So neither team will pick up their first CCAC victory, but they each earn a tie. They both improve to 0-1-1 on the season. So that'll do it here from Joliet Memorial Stadium. Next up for St. Francis, the 28th at Judson, 2:30 p.m. And for Holy Cross, their next game is October 2nd at Indiana Northwest. So that'll do it. A 3-3 tie. St. Francis scores in the final minute to secure the point and hold on for the 3-3 tie. That'll do it. Have a good night.
And it's always tough to call a game when you have less than 24 hours notice. Dave's like, hey, you want to do a game tomorrow? I was like, sure.
He called me the morning of 2 weeks ago. Like, hey, by the way, your phone's starting to make that.
Yeah, but you know the guys.
Yeah. And how long did you know that I was going to be calling? Like, oh, I figured that out on Wednesday. Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. All right, Alex, have a good night. Yep.
Cardinal Street was good.
Yeah,
Those were the good ones. Yeah, true. Holy cross. Oh man. Alright, I'll see you like